If you're wondering how to get views on YouTube, I might be able to give you an answer. While I'm not a YouTube guru, while I'm not a guy who goes out there and promotes YouTube all the time, I'm just the old man. But at the end of the day, I did take a YouTube channel about 8 months ago and I turned it into something really successful. It's already well over 7,000 subscribers, it's growing and it's doing incredibly well. And there's a few tips and tricks that I might be able to give you that might set you in the right direction. Don't look at this channel. I've done nothing with this channel. Who's going to listen to an old man telling you how to work with YouTube at the end of the day? Nobody. Nobody's really going to turn around and say, oh, I'm going to go and watch that guy on a regular basis. And besides, on this channel, I don't post regular videos, whereas on the other channel, I do. And I've had a couple of other channels. Look, I didn't start the channel from scratch. It had maybe 2 videos on it, and it had about 5 subscribers or something. It was a couple of videos that I'd put out, and I thought, oh, I'll put a couple of videos out on a subject. Left it, didn't do anything with it, probably for nearly a year. And then I took that channel and I revived it. And I basically started with that channel about 8 months ago, or at the beginning of the year, let's say. So this year. Now, that could be 10 months. Actually, I could be lying to you. So it could be 10 months. That channel's name is Rob's Logical Trading. It's what I do. It's my passion. Trading is my passion, which brings me to the first thing that you need to do to get more views on YouTube. Now, there's 5 things. There's literally 5 things that I've worked out that you need to do to make your channel more successful. Now, I'm not saying I've done all this right and I've got this to perfection, because I most certainly have not. I'm still working on every single one of these points, except the first one, because the first one I've kind of picked up on. I would love to have a second channel that does something good, like this one, for example, or some other subject line that I may have tried before. But the one that worked for me is the one that suits my passion, the one that I actually do in my life every day, because I project it that much better with much more confidence. And that's probably why it's a lot more successful than the other channels in the first place. So the first thing you got to do to get more views on YouTube, to have a successful YouTube channel, is to pick a niche, but to pick a niche that fits you, to pick a niche that's going to work for you. Don't pick a niche that makes no sense. You know, really, guys, I tried it. I tried to pick a niche at one time about traveling and Cape Town and whatnot. I opened a channel like that. You'll see it in my earlier videos. But it seriously didn't work because I wasn't projecting across the channel as something that I love. So I was just doing it for fun, but it really was just for fun. I mean, let's be honest, it's not really working, is it? So at the end of the day, pick a niche that fits with what you're passionate about. Pick a niche with something you can really do something with, whether it be vlogging, whether it be traveling, whether it be a subject line. For example, mine is about stock market trading or Forex trading, or how to trade, because it's my passion. I know it well. I've been doing it for 30 years. So it's something that I can show somebody else. And at the end of the day, it's a talking head video like I'm doing here. I'm sitting in one place. I'm not traveling around the world or trying to do anything untoward. It's pretty straightforward and pretty simple. If you try creating a channel that doesn't really niche, that's just all over the place with the videos, what you have to remember is, firstly, nobody knows who you are. A lot of you might not know who I am, and if you don't, I'm Rob, and if you do, welcome back. But really, guys, do you expect that everyone out there is going to jump in and watch a video because you made it? Now, you may think that it's the best creation on earth, but believe me, there's a number of other people that think it's a load of rubbish. People might think this video is a load of rubbish. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how it goes. But at the end of the day, is this the niche for me? Well, slowly but surely, it might be becoming a passion of mine, because I'm becoming relatively good at YouTube, in my opinion. In your opinion, maybe not. But in my opinion, I'm feeling pretty confident about where I've got to with YouTube. Now, Once you've got a niche that works for you, and you've got a good subject line that works for you, so your niche is whatever, and you've decided, I'm going to make videos about that, then subject matter becomes quite easy because you know the niche quite well, and there's loads of ideas that you've got in your head that you can project out there to everyone else. It's not that difficult once you've got the niche. But now you want to make a video that people can relate to, they can hear, and they can watch. Now, what's not watchable? What's not watchable is videos with terrible audio. Videos with terrible audio are most probably one of the worst things in the world to try and watch. Now, I'm not saying that I've got the best audio in the world. Let me be perfectly honest with you. But for me, it is the number 2 thing to making your videos get more views, to making your channel that little bit better, and that is audio. Not even visual. Audio, guys. Audio. That's why I've got this little mic in front of me. You know, when I started out, I literally had no mic. I was talking into my cell phone. And at the end of the day, I'm now sitting with about 5 or 6 mics, got little stands, I got all kinds of goodies going on, and I've built the channel to an immense level where the quality is getting better and better and better as we go. And I'm constantly trying to improve those areas because I know my channel's not perfect, because I know that I don't yet have all the best equipment that some of these really massive YouTubers have got. Have you seen some of their stuff? Absolutely amazing stuff that the guys have got. But you don't need the best equipment to get going. But I would suggest, guys, that if you can, work on the audio. Get the audio right, and then people might give you the 20 minutes that you need. Because all I'm asking you for, guys, here today, guys, is 20 minutes of your time. And it's your time you're going to take to watch this video with me. And why would you watch the video with me when there's a whole bunch of gurus out there with millions of views that know all about YouTube, that can teach you about YouTube? Well, the only reason I can give you guys is because I've gone through the experience in the last year, and I'm just giving you a little bit of what I've experienced and what I feel has made the changes to that channel, why that channel actually became more successful, and why it got to where it's gotten at the end of the day. Now, the number three thing that you might need on a channel is a good thumbnail. Now, there's nothing more annoying than having a YouTube channel and getting all these emails and all these comments from guys that say, we can do a better thumbnail for you. How insulting is that? Hey, it's Coffee with Rob, guys. Let me just have a sip of my coffee here. That is good. It's really terrible when you get all these guys contacting you and saying, your thumbnail's rubbish, you should let me do your thumbnails for you. Because effectively that's what they're saying to you, but they say it in a nice way. They try and say it in such a way that we're professional thumbnail makers, look what we can do for you, and we can improve the visuals of your video. Now, a thumbnail is really, really important, but I've never bought into these guys that make thumbnails for you, because nowadays you can put 3 thumbnails up, you can do the thumbnail test, and I've been learning. I prefer to learn for myself. Let me put it that way. I prefer to figure all this out on my own. I don't want somebody else doing it for me, and then I don't know how to do it, and I don't have the ability to do it. I think I can improve my thumbnails on a regular basis because I put a lot of videos out, and it's important that you learn for yourself how to do it. So I know my thumbnails are not the best. I know they're not perfect, but I'll get them there and I'll make them better. So concentrate a lot of your effort on a good thumbnail, with remembering that's the first thing that people see when they're scrolling through YouTube's property and they're looking and they're seeing all these different thumbnails out there. They're not looking at the titles first, guys. The first thing they're seeing is that thumbnail. So what I would suggest when you're starting out with your channel and you're starting out with your early thumbnails is brand them early, whichever way you're going to brand them. Mine are generally branded with my face, so that later on, when your channel does have 100,000 subscribers, they only have to see your face to know that it's your video that they're going to be watching. In fact, you'll see that there's a number of YouTubers out there that use other YouTubers' face to get people to click on their videos or to look at their video title or something to that effect. So a YouTube branding on the thumbnail is quite important. Just remember, your first videos are not going to get a lot of views because nobody knows you, nobody cares about you, and nobody wants to watch your videos. It's the same as this channel with me. I got a whole bunch of traders that watch my trading videos, but they're not going to get this video, and this video is not going to pop up on their channel, most likely. If it does, so be it. But all I'm saying to you guys is brand your thumbnail early so that your subscribers can find you. And it's really important that you build a community. It's so important that you build a community around your channel and you relate to that community, which is why I have a channel which relates to what I do and what I know best, so that we can build that relationship and we can build that trust between us. Like I say, why would anyone watch this video? Because I haven't built that trust with you. You don't know me. You don't care about me. You're just watching this because I'm rambling on about it, and it might be of some use to you and it might be of some interest to you. But at the end of the day, will it make the difference? What's number 4 on my list? What's the next most important thing that you would think you would need to make your YouTube channel that much better and for you to get more views? Well, guess what, guys? It's the title. Of course, you need a good subject line. You need a catchy title. But now here's the thing with the title. Like I said to you with the thumbnail, you're going to get all these guys sending you emails. You're going to get all these guys contacting you about SEO. SEO stands for search engine optimization. And in my opinion, that's a load of rubbish. You can keep that. I'm not interested in it. Because at the end of the day, search engine optimization works really well on Google when you have a website or a business or a blog, something like that. But on YouTube, why would you need search engine optimization? Because YouTube takes your video, puts it out there, and if a bunch of viewers like it, then, do you know what? They promote it a bit further. And if that bunch of viewers like it, they promote it a bit further. So what you really need is on that front page is a title that says, watch this video. Is a title that says to the person, I want to watch that. That's going to be interesting. And that's probably one of the most difficult things to choose, because how do I make it so that you want to watch my video with that title? Now, a lot of people will tell you I'm talking rubbish and that SEO does play into it. And you do get, because YouTube is on Google and you can find subject lines on Google if you search for them. I agree with that, but I've done the statistics and I've checked it out. Let me tell you something, guys. The percentage that comes from search engine is minute compared to the percentage that comes from YouTube search page or YouTube page. Because YouTube page gives you 80% of your results. So what's the point? Facebook sends maybe 2% and Instagram sends 3%. It builds up at the end of the day and you can get some viewership for it. But if you spend all your time on that, there's no point. You need to spend all your time in getting those 85% of people that are actually on YouTube to watch your videos instead of the other guy's videos. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. But how do you get a good title? How do you get a catchy title? Well, really easy at the end of the day. Not difficult in the least. What you got to do, look, vidIQ's got it, and there's a couple of others as well, where you can actually put a little thing into your Chrome browser or whatever the case, which if you go into YouTube, it tells you what the outlying videos are. In other words, it tells you what the highest rated video is on anyone's given channel. So when you go to your competitors, because that's where you're going to go and get your titles, you go to your competitors and you look, what are these guys? What's doing well for them? But it's not about the views, guys. It's about what video did better against the other video. Because there are guys out there that you look at a video and say, oh, that got 100,000 views, but maybe all these videos get 100,000 views. So there's no point to that. What you're looking for is the guy that normally gets 10,000 views and then suddenly has got 100,000 views on one of those videos. And then that picks that out for you, a little colored badge next to it and a rating out of 10. And it tells you how outlying that video is. That video really did well. It was one of their viral videos, one of their best videos. Whether it's a small channel or whether it's a big channel, it'll pick out the ones that have done the best. In other words, their audience saw that as a subject line they were interested in. Pick the most recent ones, and then you pick those subject lines out and twist them around for yourself. You'll know how to get the subject line the correct way around with all that SEO stuff and all the rest of it. You don't need experts for that, guys. You just need a catchy title. That's all you need. You need something that's gonna attract people into watching your video, and sometimes you just need to keep it simple. You don't need to go over the top with it. You don't need to get excited about it. But use your competitors to get your best subject lines. What's working well for them will in all likelihood work well for you if that's the subject that's being clicked on at this time, if that's the subject line that people are watching. I mean, at the end of the day, you want people to watch your video based on what they're watching. So If you go to your competitors and you go and have a look at what they're doing, everybody does it, guys. Don't feel bad. Just have a look at what their subject line's on and elaborate on that. And if they like your video better, they'll watch your video. Which brings us to the fifth and most important point of video making, getting views on YouTube. Before we get to that, and have a sip of my coffee again. Now, you know I don't make regular videos on this channel, and that's because this isn't my main channel. That's because the trading channel is my main channel. I'm just doing this for a bit of fun, and I'm just doing this so that you guys can get a bit of information out there, because there's a lot of rubbish out there. Because believe me, I've been watching it all to try and improve my channel. And at the end of the day, there was a few things that I figured out that, wow, you don't need all that. This is what you need to make it better for yourself. But what's the fifth and most important point to give you a successful channel? What do you think it is, guys? Really, what do you think is the most important thing to get your views on YouTube? Well, here it goes. I'm going to tell you what it is. Don't fall flat on your back. It's as simple as you need to make a good video. Wow, is that all? You know how difficult that is to make a good video? It's not easy, because everybody else has got all this equipment and everybody else has got all this stuff. And when I say a good video, what I mean is good information, a good storyline, good education. It doesn't have to be all flash and bash and all this fancy stuff. It just needs to be a good, solid video about something that somebody wants to know about. That's important. That's important. Or a good storyline. If I tell you a good story about a ghost that lived in a house in whatever street, it might be interesting if I can tell you a good story about it. Or if I can educate you on how to do something, it might be worth your while to watch it so that you understand it or get it right. You might do how-to videos, how to fix the toilet seat, how to fix the plumbing in your house, or something to that effect. People will watch those because they need to know that information. In fact, they'll watch it over and over again because they need to fix those things. All I say, if you want views on YouTube, make a good video. That's what it's all about at the end of the day. That's what you need. So to recap, guys, you need a good niche, you need good audio, you need a good thumbnail, you need a good title, and over and above everything, you need a good video. Good video is what will get you the views. Good video is what will make you successful on YouTube. Hopefully this channel grows as well. It would be lovely to see this channel grow. So why don't you give it a subscribe? I'm not going to post on a regular basis, but from time to time, I will throw a video like this at you, and you can have a bit of fun watching it. But if you want to see me on a more regular basis, why don't you go and watch my logical trading channel and learn how to trade? Have a bit of fun, guys. So, I've got live shows there. I got all kinds of things going. And that's another important point, guys. If you want a successful channel, post on a regular basis. You have to post on a regular basis. In fact, that channel posts 3 or 4 videos a week, plus it posts 2 live videos a week. I've got memberships there. That channel is really busy, which is why I'm not posting regularly on a channel like this, because in all honesty, I don't have a lot of time to post a lot on a channel like this. But I hope you enjoy this information. I will post here perhaps once a week, perhaps once a month, but there will be videos and I will put them out. Guys, thank you for watching. Don't forget to watch the last video, and don't forget, it's the old man, it's the over 50s. Guys, let's stick together. Let's do this. Cheers, guys. Till the next video. Ciao.